One of the typical ways that vinyl decals and stickers are made are by cutting rolls of vinyl on a plotter or cutter. You would then weed off the excess vinyl and apply a transfer tape. The decal is then ready to be applied to your substrate of choice. But what if you don't have a cutter? Can your laser do the same job? The answer is, well, sort of. Let me show you. Unlike a traditional cutter which can cut decals from a roll, you'll either have to buy the vinyl in sheets or cut pieces from a roll. Once you have your sheet, the next trick is to get it to lay relatively flat in your laser. I found that it can be pretty forgiving and doesn't need to be perfectly flat. However, you're going to want to either tape or weight it down, or use magnets if you have a metal table. It's really easy to cut through the vinyl layer. Even the lowest powered home hobby lasers should be able to handle this. I used a really low power on our universal laser's fastest speed setting. The good news is that since you're not cutting all the way through the sheet, you don't need to use a downdraft table. Cutting vinyl does create a little debris and smoke, so some kind of exhaust is still recommended, but not absolutely necessary. There will be still some dust on the surface afterwards, which should be wiped off before the next step. Weeding the vinyl, or removing the excess from the design, is probably actually easier on laser cut vinyl as the kerf is wider than the traditional scored cut from a blade. You would then either apply a clear or paper application transfer tape to the top of the decal. I used a paper application tape, which is the same kind that we would mask our wood and acrylic with to protect their surfaces when lasering. When you pull the transfer tape away, the design should lift off the backing, as the vinyl should stick better to the transfer tape. But here's the biggest problem with laser cut vinyl. The best I can figure, the laser sort of melts the edges of the vinyl just enough that the vinyl doesn't want to easily pull away from the backing. The typical paper and clear application tapes both work really poorly. And now you're probably thinking, why not just use blue painter's tape instead? Sure, you can. I only have this 1-inch width roll handy, so I'll layer it on. This should probably work, right? It's not perfect, but it does a better job of lifting off the decal from the backing. But here's the issue if you have to layer the tape like this. There's an ever so slight air gap where the tape strips meet. You can see what happens when the decal is applied. You get a lot of bubbles along where those air gaps are. If I had squeegeed the decal down from one end to the other, it would have done a better job of not trapping the air. Even better, if I had used an air release vinyl, the kind used for wrapping cars, this wouldn't have been an issue at all. And finally, the obvious solution was to have tape in the right width. Anyway, the point is to show that this is possible if you need to do one-off projects, but know that there are some caveats to using a laser to make vinyl decals. If you want to give it a shot on your own laser, we've put together a file of 9 designs that are easy to work with. You can find a link to the file in the description below.